Hello, my name is Carx82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I am just trying to smelt up all my titanium still. It's quite a long process and I am out of the titanium tetrachloride because I am out of chlorine. So that definitely seems to be one of my issues here. So what I've been doing is trying to just recycle the magnesium chloride that I get from it, because you get 3 buckets back from the magnesium chloride, but I still do use 1 chlorine each. Each process I use 1 chlorine, so eventually I'm going to run out of chlorine, and I have electrolyzed a bunch of salt. I haven't done the regular salt because there are other uses for that, so I was basically just doing the rock salts. But I was thinking, yeah, like all the different recipes and chemical reactor uses a bunch of salt. But I was thinking, why not go to Mars and drill up some salt water? Because there is quite a large vein of salt water here, and the salt water can be electrolyzed into chlorine and I think, I'm trying to remember what it... That's right, sodium hydroxide, chlorine, and hydrogen. Now, I don't need hydrogen, but I do need a decent source of chlorine. So that's kind of what I'm thinking I want to do. Now, I would like to craft an ender tank. Unfortunately, though, I would need 2 of these, which means I would need 2 IV sensors, which would mean I need 2 of these. And that needs 1250 radon, which is about 9 ingots of, or 9 of that radon stuff that we did before. So those aren't exactly the easiest, and the other part is that I need a better wand to craft it in the workbench. So a couple things here. One thing I want to do is I can only run this 8 times and then this gets backed up, and I have no way to pull it out here because this is fluid on the back. Oops, didn't mean to fall. And then I'm putting fluid in the top. There's power here. You can't pull out the front, and then the 2 sides are kind of blocked. So I'm thinking I may want to set up a dedicated 2 dedicated chemical reactors. So the one on the one side would be producing the titanium tetrachloride, and the one next to it would be doing this. So I'm thinking maybe like have 2 chemical reactors right here. I'll have it a little separate so I can access the sides and the back. Yeah, so that is what I'm thinking I'm going to craft there. I also want to craft the rest of the drilling rig. I do have the main part of it somewhere. I maybe don't have it in my system. It may be over here somewhere. Yeah. So the drilling rig, I'm just going to use the basic one, I think. And then I have a couple other things I need to craft up. It's such an easy multi-block. I just need to do, you know, like the steel frame boxes, which is just a couple rods, and then some casings and stuff. So let me go ahead and craft that up. We'll also craft up the chemical reactors, and we'll get that kind of automated a bit better. And I think, yeah, I think we'll meet on the moon. Or Mars. I think we'll meet on Mars, and then we'll get that pumping up salt water for us. Alright, so I am on Mars. Fortunately, it is nighttime, so there are monsters spawning. But looking at this, X minus 123, Z 249, which is right where I'm at. So this is where I did the prospecting. And if we look at it, so we're in 5, the prospector is in this, and 5 is chlorobenzene, but 4, which is right next to it, has a good saltwater vein. That's right to the left. Now, I can't remember where the actual ore things spawn. It's been a little while. I think it's going to be negative 128. I think that's going to be the boundary. I'm pretty sure there are multiples of 8. Like it starts at 0, goes 8, so on. I think. I could be wrong, but I'm thinking if I go like maybe 4 over, or 5 over, maybe 5 chunks over, that should be in that chunk. Now I could throw down a prospector and do all that, but I didn't. So I think I was right there. So this is probably, hopefully. See if I can hit that. Nope. There we go. So hopefully this is kind of where we need to be. Now I brought... Yeah, I thought the sun was coming up there. Oops. So there's an output hatch, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't rain on Mars. So I didn't bother like bringing anything to cover this up, but I have an HV hatch. Alright. Turbo combustion gen. And that should be good. No, I'm missing something. What am I missing? Oh, no, I'm not. It's 3 tall, not 4 in the middle. We good? All right, so let me do the maintenance and get this burrowed down to the bedrock so we can start pulling some salt water here. All right, it stopped moving. The mining pipes have stopped going down, so in theory this should have salt water in it. And it does, perfect. Let's go ahead and throw that tank there. And then, so yeah, how much is this getting? 97. And this is just from this chunk. So yeah, I don't ever seem to get this amount. I don't know if it's been nerfed or what, but it always seems to be just a little less than that. But we're getting 97. So there we go. Now that will be, so salt water, I think it's every, it's half, isn't it? Get out of it. Got to figure out how I want to do this too, because having to deal with those is a bit of a pain. So yeah, every 2 is 1 chlorine. So we've already got 20 buckets of chlorine. So that feels pretty good. Now I brought these large stainless things, so that's 8. That's like 8 stacks of saltwater cells or whatever it is. So I think we're just gonna fill that up. I wanted to get the ender tank, but it's just a little bit out of reach at this point. Now this is also drawing 448 EU per tick, which is quite a bit. As we can see, I've already gone through 19 buckets of cetane boosted diesel. But yeah, I think we'll just throw down. We'll just throw down the world anchor. That will keep that running. That'll eventually run out, and then yeah, hopefully we will have that. So let me head back to the base. Actually, let me. Yeah, I guess I'll bring that with me. I'll meet you back at the base. And we are back, and I got 2 chemical reactors here. I'm just going ahead and crafting up the last machine that I need, which is an electrolyzer. Now I could do the industrial electrolyzer. I will probably replace that at some point, but I just don't feel like crafting up another multi-block right now. So we're just going to go with the regular HV electrolyzer. Looks like it's crafting up the advanced circuit boards right now. Hopefully I have enough. I do not have enough iron chloride in there. And I forgot how I make that. Iron. I know it's easy. I just don't remember how. Hydrochloric acid and iron, that's right. So it's 3 hydrochloric acid to 1. I don't even know how much hydrochloric acid I actually have. Not a ton, but I have plenty for what I want to do, so. Yeah, we have extra thoughts here, so I'll throw that in there and hopefully. All right, so there. I was like, I hope it didn't void that. I didn't even think about that actually. Why did it turn off? Is it not getting enough power? Something else running, maybe? Yeah. No, it should be getting enough power because I have 2 batteries here. Unless it's fighting when this turns on. Yeah, that might be the issue. I really gotta sort this out. I keep saying that over and over again. Anyway, so there is my hydrogen or iron chloride. That should last me for a while. See, I hate when it... Oh, I might have just voided... I think I just voided some by doing that. Yep, I did. So we got to be careful with that. But oh well, just a little bit of iron. Not the end of the world. And this is also a bit of a pain. It's hard to get to. All right, so there we go. So let's go ahead and I might need this tank. So let me just, yeah, let that go. All right, so for the titanium, I guess we're just gonna throw it right here. I think that's what I decided. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 electrum, it looks like. No, I just need the 2x, don't I? Yeah, so I said I need 4, so I need 8 of this. Ooh, of course, because that is crafting. I really need to get another computer as well. Oh, I have some right there. Yeah, I need to get another crafting thing. Did this finish? No, it's still crafting. Right, there we go. And I gotta get this connected to my clean room and all sorts. So many things to do. So much to do. Oops. Wrong place. And luckily I only need the 2, so easy enough to craft. I can't wait till I get the upgraded EV circuits, because those are still a bit of a pain, but that should, yeah. All right. So I think I'm going to be able to fit that on the end. I'm not entirely sure yet. I guess, because we've looked at salt water, the easiest thing would be to put it, like I said, in the multi-block. Because then you just get the 3 outputs, but I'm not going to do that yet. I think probably the easiest would be that, and then just manually deal with that for the time being. I'm probably going to need to move this over, actually, now that I'm looking at that. It's probably going to need more than 2 sides. Actually, yeah. I guess we'll do. I'll put that there. Set to import. Throw that down. Put that in there, and that should do that. Let me go ahead and do that. I feel like my TPS is dropping. And not entirely sure why. Just randomly does it. Alright, so there we go. That got the salt water in there. Yeah, like right there, it just kind of dropped a bit. I gotta figure out what's causing that. Alright, so there's the salt water. Now I need to put, I guess we'll just kind of do, like I said, I'll do this manually for now. Till I figure out how I want to do this. I hope it's not the arc lamps that are causing the lag. That is a possibility. Circuit programmer. It was a 1, right? So for liquid chlorine, yeah, 1. All right, so there it goes. And then we'll just kind of have that running. And I did adjust this. Let's change that to a dense cable. So I could do, I'll probably do a, what do I want, a fluid interface on there or an import? Probably an import, it's cheaper, I think. Fluid, not storage bus. Wait, do I not have, apparently I didn't do a thing. I probably ran out of, yeah, I was probably running out of slots for the patterns. Yeah, that's why I don't have that one. All right, so we need the nether quartz, isn't it? Is it that in the lathe? Is that what was? I don't remember. Yeah, I think so. All right, so we'll import the chlorine because I have a storage bus for it, I think. Is that how many I needed? Yeah. Luckily this polarizer is really quick. I like that. And then we'll just craft up a bunch of those. This should be, I think the only thing, yeah, a couple steel and rods. Easy enough. All right. This will do that, and then I can just hook that up. We have plenty of cable. To there, and we're good. Right, yep. Is that pulling out? All right, so there is pulling out that, and then this one. Okay, so I need to, let me craft up the couple components here that I'm gonna need for this. I'd probably need an export and import. And you probably need a couple exports and a couple imports, I think. But we'll be back to do that. All right, I think I got everything we need here, hopefully. So starting off, we're going to do the magnesium chloride. So we'll export that. I'll throw a capacity card in there because I'm going to need that and that. Now I think, yeah, I'm going to need to replace this as well. I just realized. Where is, oh, right here. We're gonna have to replace that with dense, or I could just throw that down. That works too. There we go. Gotta love a magnet. All right. That'll give me plenty of channels to work with here. because I expanded it over there as well. So we should be good. Okay, so I do. How about we do that? That way. That looks a little neater. All right, so there, that's going. And I don't think, if I have two, I don't think it'll do both sodium. I could be wrong. But we shall see. Now this recipe. Right, so I'm gonna need two things here. How do I want to do this? Let's go ahead and throw that in. I'll go start doing that. So that's going to produce. We're going to need an import bus. And I'm going to need to drop down here. And a fluid import bus from that. Oops, don't need that connected. That's not supposed to connect there. So that kind of messed everything up. I forgot to grab some cable anchors. Alright. You can also color these as well. That'll do the same thing. That'll keep them separated. But if I colored this one like red, it would still connect to the black one unless this was a different color. So I just find it easier to do cable anchors. Alright, so that's pulling out the magnesium and the chloride. Now this one needs fluid exports of chlorine. I think I can actually, I have a, yeah, so I can get the filter out. Does this need to be, no, I only need 2 on this. I guess we'll do, wait, no, this needs 3 as well. How am I going to do this? I guess it doesn't really matter. Fluid export, chlorine. How am I doing it down here? I'm doing imports. Yeah, I'm kind of like mixing all the different things up. Usually I like to keep like imports all on one side and exports all on one side, but let's do that. And then fluid import will be out the back. Oh, don't need that connecting. Right, so that's the fluid import, that's the export. That's full of chlorine, perfect. Now I just need to grab the rutile and the carbon. And I think we're good here. This basically is, I think, fully automated this thing here. Now these are HV, so I probably don't want this running permanently, so I gotta figure out how I want to. Well, I guess rutile is kind of like, when I run out of rutile, it'll run out of that. Maybe we got 7 channels there? Alright. And then eventually I will have salt water automatically going in there, and I will have this automated as well, I think. But yeah, now I can have this kind of permanently going. Now, when I still don't have my blast furnace hooked up, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Is that not auto-outputting? It should be doing that, shouldn't it? Yeah, that's getting pulled in. It should be ending up over here, shouldn't it? Oh, I guess it was. Oh, it is doing it. Okay, I didn't realize it was actually doing it. Alright, perfect. The one thing I don't have set up is the... Yeah, pulling this stuff in. Do I have enough channels over here? I could. Yeah, I could add... I need to add an interface and a import. Let's see. Import. Is that how I want that? Yeah, I guess we'll use an import. I may change it to an interface. I think an import works, doesn't it? Yeah, if I put an import right there, I guess. Alright, so how many? Yeah, 4. So this should go directly in the ME system. And that should send that also in there. Alright, so there's that, and then the magnesium. Yep, that looks like it went in, and then it's put it in there. Didn't see it. Just double check. So I had 10 in there. There should be 12 in there. All right, perfect. So there we go. So this is all auto crafting my titanium. It's getting put in the blast furnace, getting crafted up, being pulled out. The magnesium chloride is going back in here, getting turned into the magnesium. And then that's recycling the chlorine. So yeah, that is a much better setup than trying to do it over here. So I need to get this chlorine out of here, and then we won't have to worry about that anymore. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully next episode we will be able to come back and build that combustion generator finally. Just stocking up. I think it's about 5 stacks of titanium. So if we look at this, this is only 1 stack of titanium here. So it just takes a long time to get all the things set for that. Now the only issue that I haven't quite come up with a solution about is the pollution. Now that causes 480 pollution per second. These are producing 160. So basically the large combustion engine produces pollution, 3 of these basically in pollution. So I'm kind of wary about placing the combustion engine in this chunk as well, because as we can see, we're already kind of like up at the top when this is running. So I haven't entirely decided if I want to put it in here, or I was thinking possibly in this chunk right here somewhere. I don't know. Or even maybe right back here. I haven't quite decided how I want to do that. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.